Hello everyone, thank you guys so much for tuning into this informational video for your challenge number. My name is JOCELYN, and again, I thank you guys so much for tuning in. Also, thank you guys so much for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. It is greatly appreciated. So, your challenge number. Let me start off by saying the word challenge is not a bad thing. This is just something that means that you will have to overcome something, okay, that you're going to be faced with. Is to overcome any type of fears, doubts, obstacles within your life. God or the universe will set you up with some type of test so that you can overcome it. So it's not meant to be a hard thing. Life is meant to be easy. So the word challenge, once you can embrace that word and once you can accept what it really means and the true meaning of the word, then you can become highly successful. It's only hard if you are rejecting that word. If you are saying, oh, challenge means, oh, I'm a fail. If you say that, then you're going to fail. Okay. So I just wanted to start off by saying that because I know when people see that word, they get intimidated, they get fearful. And that is what a challenge is for, so that you can overcome those fear-based thoughts. Okay. So this is the only number in your numerology chart that uses subtraction to calculate your number. Okay. So you only use subtraction in challenge numbers. And just like your pinnacle cycle number, it is broken up between 4 different periods. The only difference is with your challenge numbers, it's an approximate. It doesn't have any like specific time frames that you will go through these particular lessons, okay? Let me not even say challenges, lessons. So during this particular period, the third challenge is the main overall energy, okay? So let me start off by just saying that. So that is the energy that is going to be felt through the duration of your entire life. Now, your first challenge is approximately, well, it is from birth, but it's approximately will end until maybe about 30 to 35 years of age. And this number is the difference between your birth month and your birth date. So, for example, if your birthday is May 1st, you would subtract 5 minus 1, which gives you a 4, and that will be your first challenge, is a 4. Now, challenge number 2 is roughly, like I said, from like 30 to 35 years of age to about 55 to 60 years of age. So it'll be a roughly around that time. And that is the difference between only your birthday and your year. So with my example, May 1st, let's say May 1st, 1990. You will add up you would subtract 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0, and that will give you that challenge number. So your third challenge, again, is the main challenge, is the one that you will be feeling throughout your lifetime. So that is the difference between your first challenge and your second challenge. So it'll be the difference. So let's say your first challenge is a 4, your second challenge is a 2. 4 minus 2 equals 2. So your third challenge of a 2 is going to be felt out throughout your life. Okay. You may have like different tests here or there to learn those particular lessons so that you can remember. Okay. This is what you got to have to go throughout. Okay. Also, the fourth challenge, last but not least, the fourth challenge is going to be felt from maybe about that 55, 60 years of age through your departure, through your transition. So it's going to be felt the remainder of your life, the latter years. And that is going to be the difference between your birth month and your birth year. Only the month, only the year. So in my example, May 1st, it will be 5 minus 1 plus 9 plus 9 plus 0. Okay, so you will add the year, but you will subtract that month. Okay, let me get that clear. And then it's no negative numbers. So you'll just subtract it. So whatever the bigger number is, that's the number that you subtract. Okay, so let's say your birthday is like May 9th. Instead of you saying 5 minus 9, it gives you a negative 4. No, you will say 9 minus 5 is a 4. Okay, so it's no negative integers in that. Also, if you do have a challenge number of a 0, that is very common. So don't be alarmed by that. There is a such thing as 0. And there are only 9 numbers in this particular lesson. So there's no master number. So even if you do add up to an 11, you don't have a master number 11. It'll just be a 2. So it'll be, the numbers are represented 0 through 8, okay? 9 is a challenge number, but 9 is also has the representation or the energy as a 0. So if you have a 9, you'll just look at what 0 means, okay? And then that'll be the numbers. And the only reason why that is because 9 and 0 have like the same representation. They have the same characteristics. So with that being said, let's move on to your challenge number. If you have a challenge number 6 in any pinnacle throughout your life, this cycle challenges you to see the beauty that life has to offer. So you may be like a Debbie Downer. You may look at the cup half empty instead of half full. So you're being challenged to really look at the beauty of life. You may also question a lot of why am I here? You may also be the type of person that feels like life is a joke. So you are being challenged with actually seeing the beauty. So it's going to be a lot of things that are going to come up in this particular pinnacle that you have with this challenge number, because you are meant to see the brighter side of things. Like there's always a light side, dark side, male, female, good, bad. You get what I'm saying? It's always an equal opposite to whatever it is you want. So you may not even see that these challenges are going to be really good for you. You may see that these challenges are just whack. They're bad. Like, why am I going through this? So you have to see the beautiful side of life. Also, during this particular pinnacle, be grateful and show a lot of gratitude for what you have went through and what you have overcame, no matter how small the blessing is. So like, it's almost like a grain of sand is a part of the beach as well. Like you can't just see the beach as a whole. You have to know what type of components that it takes to even take to get a big, beautiful beach like that. And sometimes it can be as little. When you pick up the sand, like you can see how little the sand is. There are billions, even trillions of sand, of little specks that make the beach big. So you have to understand that, okay? You have to understand those small blessings are what's going to be a part of something big as well. So don't take your small blessings for granted. Don't take breathing in air every day for granted. Don't take drinking water for granted, because all those things have a bigger scale of things. They're all still coming together to formulate something really, really beautiful within your life. So be grateful for the small things that you have. Even if you, for example, get blessed with like $2, like those $2 can go a long way. So be grateful for that, because once you start getting blessed with $2 more, then 2 more, then 5 more, then 10 more, all those things can come together, you know, in the way that you want. So also, you do need to look at the broader view and know that everything you go through in life has a purpose during this particular period. You may have a senses of perfection. Like, for example, you may score like a 98 on a test or a quiz and you feel like you failed. Like you always want to be really perfect. And sometimes those imperfections is what makes life perfect. Sometimes the little things that really don't go good is what makes life worth living. So you have to kind of understand that. You're going to be faced to understand that in this particular, whatever pinnacle you're in with the 6 number. Also, you may be very rigid and you want it like, it's kind of like a my way or the highway. Like if it don't go this way, then it ain't a blessing. If it don't go this way, then it's not for me. So you don't really want, you're immovable. And life wants to teach you, God, the universe wants to teach you that sometimes if things don't go your way, it is the best way. So you have to understand that. So for example, if you apply for a job, if you don't get the job, you feel like, oh, that's it, I just stay stuck there. No, like go out and apply for more jobs. So you're going to be faced with that too. You are also going to overcome in this particular pinnacle your obstacles. You can be a service to others once you do as well, but you have to work on your own development and flaws first. So you may also want to be a person that services the community, that helps out plant life, that helps animal life and things like that, or just even, like I said, just help people. But in order for you to be the best in the services of whatever that you are doing, you have to develop, or you have to work on yourself first. You always have to work on yourself. How are you going to help someone else heal and get money when you don't know how to save money? You haven't even healed a lot of things. So you're going to be faced with that. So if you put out to the universe, you know what, God, I want to be a helpmate. I want to find my true soulmate. Even if it comes with love, I want to find my soulmate. I want to find the love of my life. How are you going to find the love of your life when you can't even love yourself? You got to kind of, these questions are going to come up in this particular challenge, because it's like you want these things, but then you don't feel like you deserve them, or you just don't have them yourself. It's kind of like I said, how do you want love when you don't love yourself? You kind of have to find good qualities about yourself so that you can become more lovable, and in that way you can trap people in. That's just for an example. Or how are you going to want to be this person that teaches about finances and about, how you can heal generational curses when you're having money issues, when you haven't healed generational curses? So those are going to be a lot of things that's going to come up. It's not that you're not meant to do these things. It's just that you're meant to heal them in yourself first so that you can be a better helper, a better teacher, a better provider. Also, 6 is the number of family and love. So you may deal with a lot of healing with different family issues and breaking, different hardships that you've had within your family. So if you're going to be the person that breaks these generational curses of not having love or always being separate, then you're going to be the one to, to break them. If you want to help someone else heal those things, then you need to break those things within your own generation and within your own family. Doing this as well can make you a great counselor or a great therapist. So once you do heal these different things within your family and within your life, like I said, you will help other people do the same as well. So just be really mindful of that. Like, ask yourself, the things that I want to help out, the people that I want to help, have I did those things for myself? I want a husband, I want a wife. Am I husband or wife material? Do I give off the energy of being that? Do I belittle myself and say that I'm not good enough? Because if you do that, you will attract love, but then the partner that's doing that will be totally critical of you too. Like, everything has to be perfect. And then you can blame that person for always wanting you to be perfect, but you have to understand that you treat yourself that way too. So you're going to attract in however it is you treat yourself, you're going to attract in that. If you want to say, I want help healing different, people, helping out, breaking generational curses, you're going to be faced with breaking your own generational curses. So just be open to those things, especially if you want to be in like a service field. Just be really open to those things, because once you do, you can become like a very go-to person. You can become a person that people just are able to talk to. You may also be that person too where people just come up to you and just talk to you about certain things. So just be mindful of that. But definitely, gratitude and looking at the beauty of life is a major lesson major challenge that you will be faced with. And once you overcome it, you can see the bright side of life.